you will see a problem. Okay, the problem is a cross between two varieties of sorghum. Okay, a cross between two varieties of sorghum, one high yielding, okay, another okay, and other for high amount of order was made. The number of plants in F2 generation, okay, the number of plants in F2 generation were observed as 79, okay, 79, 160, and 85. Okay, so we want to test whether the sample data, okay, the sample data is in agreement with the Mendelian population, Mendelian ratio. The ratio is 1:2:1, okay, or not. Okay, so we want to test whether the sample data is in agreement with the Mendelian ratio of 1:2:1 or not. Okay, so here they gave the observed value. Okay, observed value as 79, 160, and 85. Okay, so this observed value is called sample data. Okay, so this observed value is called sample data. Okay, this observed value is called sample data. So we want to check whether this observed frequency is in agreement with the expected ratio. Okay, so this is goodness of fit. Okay, so this is goodness of fit. Why we are saying goodness of fit means because we want to check whether the sample data, okay, so the sample data is in agreement with the Mendelian ratio. Okay, so here we are using goodness of fit. Okay, first thing is we want to formulate the hypothesis. Okay, null hypothesis is the sample data agree the Mendelian ratio. Okay, so this is null hypothesis. An alternate hypothesis is the sample data does not agree the Mendelian ratio. Okay, so this is alternate hypothesis. Okay, so null hypothesis is sample data agree the Mendelian ratio, and alternate hypothesis is sample data does not agree the Mendelian ratio. Okay, so that is, we can say the null hypothesis as observed frequency fit the expected frequency. Okay, fit. Okay, so observed frequency fit the expected frequency. Okay, and the alternate hypothesis is the observed frequency does not fit the expected frequency. Okay, so this is the hypothesis. Okay, so in null hypothesis we will say the observed frequency and expected frequency are fit. Okay, in the alternate hypothesis we will say the observed frequency does not fit the expected frequency. Okay, and this is the formula. Okay, so for goodness of fit, the formula is this one. Okay, so the formula is chi-squared. Okay, so chi-squared, okay, formula is chi-squared is equal to summation of OA minus EA whole square. Okay, OA minus EA whole square divided by E. Okay, so this statistic will follow chi-square distribution with n-1 degree of freedom. Okay, so the statistic follow n-1 degree of freedom. Okay, so here the OA, okay, OA means observed frequency. Okay, so OA is observed frequency and E is expected frequency. Okay, so in this you can see the summation of OA. Okay, summation of that is the sum of all observed frequency will be same as the sum of all expected frequency, which is equal to n. Okay, so n means the total frequency. Okay, so to find the total frequency, you want to sum the observed frequency or sum the expected frequency. Okay, so the sum of observed frequency will be same as the sum of expected frequency. Okay, so okay, that is total frequency. And here the n. Okay, so the n and n means number of classes. Okay, so n means number of classes. So in this example, okay, so in this example we are having 3 classes. Okay, 79 and 160 and 85. So okay, in this example we are having 3 classes. Okay, so here the n is equal to 3. Okay, n will be 3. Okay, so they gave in the problem they gave observed frequency as like this. Okay, so observed frequency as like this. Okay, 79. Okay, so O1 is 71. Sorry, O1 is 79 and O2 is 160 and O3 is O3 is 85. Okay, so the sum of this one, okay, sum of O1 O2, O3 will give 324. Okay, so this is n. Okay, this is total frequency. This T24 is called total frequency. Okay, so next we want to find the Spectral frequency. Okay, so the Spectral frequency formula is Spectral ratio. Okay, Spectral ratio into total frequency. Okay, so total frequency is this one. Okay, total frequency is 324. Okay, so in the problem they give Spectral frequency. Sorry, in the problem they give Spectral ratio. See here. Okay, in the problem they give Spectral ratio as, in the problem they gave the ratio 1:2:1. Okay, so this ratio is Spectral ratio. Okay, Spectral ratio. Okay, so by using this ratio you want to find the Spectral frequency. Okay, by using the ratio you will find the Spectral frequency. So the formula is Spectral ratio. Okay, Spectral ratio into total frequency. See here. Okay, we want to find E1. Okay, the E1 is 1/4. Okay, so 1/4 into 324. Okay, so which equals 81. Okay, and E2 is 2/4. Okay, 2/4 into 324, which equals 162. Okay, and E3 is 1/4. Okay, 1/4 into 324, which equals 81. Okay, so here we are dividing by 4 because y means the sum of ratio. The sum of ratio is 4. Okay, so the sum of ratio is 4. Okay, here we are dividing by 4 because the sum of ratio is 4. Okay, that is 1:2. Okay, 1:1 plus 2 plus 3, that is 4. Okay, so we are dividing by 4. Okay, so sum of ratio is 4. Okay, and calculation about this one. Okay, that is O1 minus E1 whole square divided by E1. Okay, and similarly O2 minus E2 divided by E2. Okay, and similarly O3 minus E3 divided by E3. Okay, so if you solve this one, you will get the chi-square calculated value. Okay, so the chi-square calculated value is this one, 0.27116. Okay, so after that you want to find the chi-square table value. Okay, you want to find the chi-square table value. Okay, at 2 degree of freedom. Okay, 2 degree of freedom, 0.05 level of significance. Okay, so we can see how to see this one. See here. So in this example you can see. Okay, so this is chi-square table. Okay, so okay, this one is chi-square table. Okay, so this is chi-square table. Okay, so in this you can see 0.05. Okay, 0.05 level of significance. So we want to see in the 2 degree of freedom. Okay, 2 degree of freedom. Okay, that is 5.991. Okay, so okay, like this you want to see. Okay, so next the table value is 5.991. Okay, so here you can see. Okay, the chi-square value is less than the table value. Okay, that is non-significant. Okay, so we are accepting null hypothesis, that is the sample data agree with the Mendelian ratio. Okay, sample data agree with the Mendelian ratio of 1:2:1. Okay, that is the difference encountered between the observed frequency and expected frequency or by chance. Okay, so this is conclusion. Okay, the chi-square calculated value less than chi-square table value. Okay, that is non-significant. So we are accepting null hypothesis. So the null hypothesis is sample data agree with the Mendelian ratio of 1:2:1. Okay, so this is conclusion inference.